So look, welcome to the Potluck.
Are we
Yes,
on?
sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we on. Let's go. So, I got my man Ahmad here, aka TKO Joe. You never know who you're gonna get,
Yo.
how it's gonna go. My man Otis.
What up,
Over at
everybody?
NFL hat.
Have it, Mike / whatever you want to call him. He the sidekick of the Pink Panther. I mean, y'all don't know Jared here this week. Jared, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man. Let them know about you.
It's just your boy, Young Jared, aka Young J Bird, aka Baby Spider the YG, tuning in. Bringing everybody up to speed on what's really going on in music, so you need to get out the dark ages.
Okay.
You mean the golden ages, right?
I mean, it could be golden, but it get dark too. You just gotta catch up.
That's facts.
Like now, for example, right? All right, let's start off by talking about this. Let's talk about why people seem to find so much negative shit to say about just shit, period. Like what happened in the course of our life, because we all old enough to remember when it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
When motherfuckers didn't wake up in the morning just to find negativity on anything. Like, I'm gonna give you an example, right? Like my favorite groups of all time are Bones and Harmony and Outkast. I never get up in the morning and get mad at the Migos for making music that don't sound like Bones and Harmony and Outkast. Like I always just play their music. You see what I'm saying? Like, why do people seem like new people take away from old people when the old people music's still there?
Bro,
if that's what you want to listen to it.
It's old nigga syndrome. Like a lot of people attach a lot of happiness and worth and value of their life to their childhood. So the thing that they grew up with, they kind of think that everybody else need to grow up with that shit too.
Yep.
But life ain't never been like that, bro. Complaints about the way music has evolved has been happening for decades, and it's kind of sad to see. It's kind of sad to see, people in our age group kind of doing the same shit. Like
the same shit we had to defend.
Bro.
The same shit we had to defend growing up, bro. In 03, we listened to music. My parents saying it's ass. They're talking about how bad the music is and how it's negative. And I have to tell them that, man, y'all getting bumping shit about a nigga. The song called Pusha Man. This nigga said he your mama and your daddy and the nigga in the alley.
You know
what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Hey, great song, though. Great song.
Great song. The beat is crazy. It's a classic, right? But
for sure.
But when your parents was telling you about how negative your music is, they never bring that up. They like, man, you had a ballad to junkies and drug dealers, bro.
Right.
I was lucky because my mom was a musician, so like there was some stuff she might be like, hey, hold on, like turn that, don't play that in the car with me or whatever. But she finds something and she'd be like, okay, oh, I hear it. And so she let me kind of just, listen to whatever. So I was listening to from classical music on up to, Pusha Man to, whatever it was. I was listening, but to your point though, I made a pact with myself when I was like 20. Because I was older than was looking at the music I was listening to and be like, oh, when we was when we were this, that, and the third. And I said, you stuck on the music you was listening to in high school. This was what Otis was saying. Said, man, you can't be stuck on that. So I told myself back then, I was like, listen, when I get up there, when I'm a little older, I want to know what's going on with all the music, not just like the stuff that I listened to in high school. Yeah, that may be what my favorite stuff is for the moment, but you got to be current, because that shit changes.
And even then, you don't have to like it. You're allowed to like what you like, but you ain't got to shit on it just because you don't understand it.
Right. And
that's
what
thing, right?
That's what it is, though.
I think the bigger point is this, right? I think people don't listen. Like a lot of people don't listen to music. They're not listening to music right, because the reason why I have no problem with just continually having fun with music is because I listen to music for a purpose. Like I got shit that I listen to that's gonna bang for the function. But for the majority, I see the shit I post to be some real nigga shit, some street shit with a little bit with some soul in it where I can feel it. Some shit that I fuck with. You can find that along the lines of music for the last 30, 40 years. I can find music that's gonna move me like that, that's talking about shit that I relate to. I don't see how people can't do that and enjoy the music. Like for instance, right? If I post something with Young Boy, I got some people in the group be like, oh, I don't like the delivery. I can understand that. I can understand that totally, because certain people whose delivery, you might not be able to get over that. Right. But to discredit a nigga like he not really talking that shit or really has talent, it's crazy.
Hey,
that is just
you touched on something though.
To me.
You touched on something right now that I want to talk about. Kind of, we could stay on the same point, but you said something about like people don't know how to listen to music.
Yeah.
And that's a good. I think that's a good point because, like, you know, when I have my playlist set, if I'm gonna go work out, I'm playing certain kind of music. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna go run, I'm playing music that's a little different. If I'm in a car, I'm listening to other kind of music. If I go to, you know, I haven't been to a musical in a long time, but a play or something like that, you know, whatever they playing along with the context of what's going on. You know, so when you said now know how to listen to music, I agree. I think people will be expecting something else. And if it's not that certain way, they like, oh, that's whack.
Hey, one thing a mod do is he gonna let you know he works out.
I'm using examples, man.
Yeah, this is 2 weeks in a row.
You know, when I work
but
out.
I also think like to that point, they don't know how to listen to music. But I think it also goes back to the original point that I made, that people more people find joy in shitting on shit nowadays than ever before. Like the biggest, like social media is a gift and a curse, in my opinion. It's a gift and a curse because it's a gift because it connects people like us.
Yeah.
That's that Wendy Williams effect. That's that star in what's the two DJs back in the day in New York? Star and I can't even remember their names, but because Dame Dash talking bad about Aaliyah, Dame Dash went up there and shut him down, and basically that was the end of it. I mean, they still do some stuff, but like that's that effect. Like, how can I get people to listen to me? How can I get people to pay attention to what I gotta say? If I say all good stuff, well, they ain't gonna listen. But if I go negative, now people want to hear. If I go controversy, if everybody's saying Jay-Z the greatest rapper ever, and I'm like, he's number 5, and I'll tell you why. Because he sucked, because it did. But if I do all that, somebody going to tune in and want to hear that.
Oh, so you basically saying that's the Bracy effect? The Bracy effect. Okay.
I wouldn't even name it after him because this ain't no shade or nothing, but like it's been going.
No, but I enjoy it. To me, I don't want to like throw my nigga out there like I just can't stand him or nothing. I'm just saying I think he do it like just for entertainment purposes. You know what I mean? Because it takes a ridiculous, and we could tell by how we look at him, how he talk. Like, you ain't the type of nigga that we gonna just listen to your opinion and believe it. Like, come on, bro. Come on, my nigga. You just got out that locker that we stuffed you in high school a little while ago. When you see this video, I hope you respond. But that's reality. That's reality. So, but people, I don't know, man. I think it's like you say. I think it's exactly what you said. I think social media has a big part in it. I think a lot of nerds is getting voices that never had voices before.
There's no consequence. People just say whatever they want on there, and just there's nothing, no one there to check you.
Let me ask you this real quick.
It's crazy.
Let me ask you this real quick. I'm gonna get back to hip hop. What y'all think about that latest Cassidy drop on Tory?
Okay. All right, somebody else go first. I don't want to feel like I'm biased. Y'all know. So somebody else go first.
Yo, I think he's just clutching for relevancy right now. Like, I don't want to hear nothing from Cassidy. I don't give a shit about anything Cassidy has to say. He's had his time, and he's just got to learn how to sit back and let the new guys take over, man. Because his time is over.
All right, look, let me defend him real quick though. I hate the fact your name is Otis on this motherfucker because I never called you that day in my life. But anyway,
what you want to call me, bro?
My name is Kenner, man. I'm probably gonna be calling you forever. My name is Kenner. So listen,
there you go.
I think that Cassidy, I don't think it's clout chasing per se, because he reinvented himself with his battle rap career. Like, he haven't losing battles, but he really is the energy right now in battle rap. Like, he's like what he's doing right now is commendable. He's really changed the whole climate of battle rap. So he got a buzz. He got a buzz right now. I just think his diss is outdated. You see what I'm saying? Like, he don't know how to, you can't diss records. First off, niggas is 22, 24 years old. They're not listening to you talk about another nigga for 7 minutes no more, dog. We ain't doing it no more.
7 minutes? Hell no.
7 minutes, dog. Are you talking, rapping that old school style? You know how you rap. And if I see you when you come around, then you gotta get, like, niggas ain't gonna hear that shit, my nigga. For 7 straight minutes, this nigga Tory Lanez just swagged on you for 2.5 minutes. Swagged on you. And had the haymaker of the bar. Had the haymaker of the battle, in my opinion.
You're not wrong.
So hey, that Tory Lanez that shit was nice.
It's a real song.
You can actually fuck with that song, yeah.
Yeah. The motherfucker slap. Niggas gotta start doing that. You gotta understand that beefing is different now. You can't just
Yeah.
It's different. And like he not even taking advantage of social media. Like Tory Lanez dropped his shit, and then once he sold that million, he went and made a video about selling $1 million with I'm a Hustler playing in the background. Like it be the little shit. You see what I'm saying? It be the little shit that niggas ain't doing. You gotta
look.
So you think
I feel you, but I like that cast drink. I like that last cast that he did. I thought he was trying to, yes, all everything you say is true. Yeah, he's trying to stay relevant. Like you said, I don't know too much about him in the battle rap world. I know he's behind this. I know he be in there. I know he comes from that. But I like the last joint. I thought he went. I listened to it. But maybe I'm an old head. It was.
You're not 22.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Neither is I don't know.
I don't think he adapted to the way. Like, see, all right. If we break it down on a hip hop standpoint, he has some lines in there. So I'm not gonna hate on him. Like, niggas know Cassidy can rap. Yeah, he said some shit, but you can't, like, that's not how it goes nowadays with this record. You can't just Megan's foot be the end of your line and think that's gonna just shake the room. That's not happening, dog. Like, especially at this point, we all feel like I'm gonna say we all, it's a couple Me Too men in the group, but for the majority of niggas feel like Megan lied on that group. You know what I'm saying? We feel like the nigga innocent. So you're not finna get no sympathy trying to make it seem like this nigga shot that bitch, but we don't believe the nigga shot the bitch, except for a few niggas in the group. Your brother being one of them.
Yeah. How do you think? So how do you think a diss record like No Vaseline would do today?
nigga
might die, nigga.
Ice Cube would lose his career if he dropped some shit like that.
First off, you might. First off, if you don't die, your career is over with. You get canceled. You can't even put your lighter up if you don't suck dick in parking lots no more. You can't put your lighter up for that. So,
right. No. What I'm saying is, like, because what you said is adjusting to the times, and No Vaseline it's a long diss record. You know what I mean? It's like 5.5 minutes, I think.
I don't think it's more so about the length of it, because if it bangs, it bangs. I think it's more so nowadays the content in No Vaseline don't get into the cancel. Is what I'm saying.
That ain't gonna fly.
That ain't gonna fly
because basically, like the whole diss track is quote unquote homophobic.
Right.
Exactly.
He's just clowning niggas for getting fucked in the ass, and then the anti-Semitism. I wouldn't say it's anti-Semitic because he's just calling it how it is. Like, they're gonna butcher a nigga if you drop some shit like that. You're out of there. Yeah.
So
what about?
I think. Listen, if you drop something like that, the formula's out there. Drop it, and then apologize. Do a couple Disney movies. Are we there yet? Are we home yet? The whole nine. And then, move on with the world. You go on Sesame Street, be a good, and count your money.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the Ice Cube was hella inflammatory up in No Vaseline. That nigga went too hard. Yeah. So I don't think there wouldn't be no coming back from that in these days.
Nah, not nowadays. You can come back from it if it resurfaces. You can come back from it, but you can't drop that currently. That can't be your fresh bars. That just can't happen. That just, not in this climate, bro.
What's up, Lulu?
Right on.
Yo.
Oh, there you go. There's the illest nigga in North Carolina. That's my nigga right there. This nigga.
Y'all hear me? I'm in here.
Yeah, what it do?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man, what's good? You know how this top 5 life is, man. Y'all already know I ain't finna dress this for y'all, man. You know what I mean? So, I'm glad y'all dressed up for me, though. That's the love. You know what I mean? I see y'all got the fancy backgrounds. Y'all got them club pick backgrounds going on, man.
Hey, we over here. I'll take it back to the night.
You to cut that shirt. Is that why you?
Yeah, that might have been a problem. You know what I mean? That might have been it. I had to swap out my shears. I had a pair of shears I had to swap out. They got kind of dull on me. You know what I mean? But,
But you know what, though?
They damn near canceled. Hey, look, they damn near canceled Ice Cube just because the nigga wanted to see what Biden was gonna do for black folks. The nigga was on the border of getting canceled.
You know what's terrible about that?
Because he mentioned working with Trump too, though.
Facts. I bet niggas miss Trump nowadays. I bet niggas miss him. I told niggas back in the day. we ain't gonna go politics though. Let's keep it.
I'm saying Ice Cube. It was more like he was gonna work with whoever, is in power. And that's a
smart thing to do.
Yeah, no, it is. I agree. But the fact that Trump was mentioned,
I don't think it was about whoever was in power. I think it was about whoever was willing to actually do something.
Exactly.
Yeah. There you go.
That's the other thing, like whoever's willing to work with him. So
Right.
if he's tried to reach out to presidents before or whatever and work with them on certain things, dismissed, and then finally he had one that was like, yo, I'm willing to hear you out. I'm willing to say, this might be something I want. He was like, cool, I'm gonna work with whoever.
And that goes back to what you were saying, Jared, about just all that negative shit. Like, how y'all motherfuckers mad about a conversation that can benefit us?
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's the cold part about it. Niggas that jump online and be so gung-ho about one side of something and just like, I do it sometimes too, but when I do it, it's because I have points to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have points to back it up.
Different.
No. I'm saying it sounds like that, but I don't die on no heels, man.
So, Pete, we're talking about the diss records, right? So, Pete, No Vaseline will not fly right now. But we all know this diss record's out right now against somebody other crew, and they talking about their dead homies, they talking about digging them, they talking about all kinds of wild shit. And that shit flies. But as soon as but No Vaseline wouldn't fly right now.
Well, first of all, those are like hella underground. That's not as mainstream as Ice Cube and No Vaseline was back then. And secondly, you ain't gonna tell them niggas nothing. Ain't nobody gonna stop them Chicago niggas from talking about the shit they talking about.
It ain't just Chicago.
All right, let's get into that because see, it's another element that that niggas don't like to address when they shitting on the streets, right? And if we watch that documentary, remember that documentary with Deb Andy and all them about hip hop and how the shit started, like with the streets, you see clearly this shit's been a street element based situation from jump. Niggas in the hood and put money into it. It's been street shit from jump. Now, niggas want to say it's all bad and we fucked it up and all this other shit, and that's not the case. It's like Cube said back in the 90s. Niggas are reporting what's going on in the streets. That is just a reality of the situation. Now, do I agree with niggas dissing niggas dead homies? Not on wax, because I never was like that. That's only because I never did that or to niggas I beefed with. I wasn't whacking they dead homies. I mean, I'll cross them out on the wall. Yeah, okay, but I wasn't rapping about it. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't rapping about niggas dead homies. I never thought that was. I thought that was a poor taste. But I've also told niggas in their face, "Fuck your dead homies." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a part of that element. Like it's a part of that element in a situation. So I think a lot of people with social media, people that don't have no experience in the field or in the trenches, have a lot of commentary for things they know nothing about, and it looks crazy to them on the outside looking in. Like on the outside looking in, it's gonna look crazy. But back to the point though, I think a lot of times, and this is why I think Dirk don't get enough credit. For you to be blowing up at the time, right? You're at the height of your career, and you're taking the biggest losses you ever took in your life at the same time, and you are a real nigga though. You ain't like it ain't like it's a nigga that ain't really like that's going through. You a nigga that want to go spin, like you know what I'm saying. If you a nigga that gets down and plays ball, you can't even get back for your niggas because you got a spotlight on you and you fighting a murder as you speak. It's like your hands are tied, you losing niggas, and you're at the height of your career, and you giving you all your pain on the songs. I don't think bro get enough credit.
And that's why you know I'll give you credit for this, and this is why I want you to kind of talk. If you can, just let us on what's new. That's why I've been rocking with Mo3 so hard. And Mo3, because like you hear it in the music, you hear every single.
You hear it in the songs, exactly.
Yeah. Before they got him, I was listening to it, and then when I got him, I had just peeped, so I was like excited to hear what was coming next. And you can hear all that in the music, man. Even in the videos when I was watching, and I was like, yeah, it's there. And that's kind of my point, though. If we were talking about like, if somebody was out there talking about doing that to somebody else, to like not somebody in the trenches, that should get shut down immediately. But no, hey, go ahead, put us on.
Hey, Jared, real quick. What is one of the best diss records that you've heard recently within the past couple years?
The best. Let me think. I don't want to answer too hastily. Niggas ain't really been beefing like rap beef or like real beef. Like
just I don't know. One of each. Give me one of each.
I think the best one I probably heard would have to be Drake what Drake did to Meek Mill back to back when he hit him with a 2-piece. That might have been like as far as current music, that might have been the toughest one I've seen. I like Drake's diss to Pusha T. I thought he rapped better than Pusha T. Y'all niggas like the gossip part about having to find the sun though. I didn't think Pusha T rap. And this is it. Okay, let's really get into this. Niggas, when the shit first started, right? Niggas was talking about you gotta rap, right? You gotta rap. Who's a better rapper? Yeah, Drake makes music. You gotta rap, right? Pusha T comes out and does nothing but gossip bars with it. It was no heavy punches. It was gossip bars, and niggas praised this nigga like he was the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Nah, you signed to one nigga that signed to another nigga that signed to two niggas. Now that's bad luck. Like, that was a dope ass line. That wasn't gossip. I
didn't say it was ass. I just say it wasn't. So you telling me Pusha T rapped better than Drake in their statement? He rapped better than Drake? No. That's what I'm saying. He didn't. And the goalpost got moved as soon as they started their shit. Because that was the same. That's the criteria they changing. I don't think Pusha T, in my humble opinion, I don't think he out-rapped Drake in that situation. Now, I did give him the win off default because we had rules set, right? About if you don't respond in a certain amount of time and all this. We had the rules set, so I gave the nigga the L. But the reality is he didn't out-rape the nigga. He didn't out-rap the nigga.
Top five.
I think he won though. I think Push won because it bullied him into fatherhood. Like Push bullied him and Push bullied Drake into fatherhood. Let's be real.
That was a line that Push said.
Like, you don't even.
That's something y'all picked up.
You ain't got to rap better to have that type of influence, though. Real talk.
But,
like, you really
so Drake.
Somebody their ass. Like,
let me ask you.
Didn't he tell that nigga Drake he was border patrol keeping his son out the country and shit? Nigga, that's a
let me ask you this though. So he had the line. So he got some about the nigga's son, right? And then Drake's response is that crazy ass line that went viral, right? I would hide the world from the kid, and that which is a fire ass line given the social media climate, right? So okay, so why do people post their kids and put hearts over their face? It's the same shit. So you give a nigga a win on the battle because he told the world that Drake had a kid that Drake wasn't denying. He wasn't even denying the kid. He put the nigga in a song before they even came out.
Well, he didn't come out on stage with his kid until that though.
But why should he have to? Because Pusha T said something.
But that's what I'm saying though. Why would you just because somebody said something?
Yeah,
he got older. He was ready to tell. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. How I don't listen to the music. The nigga explained it in that Scorpion tape that y'all clown so bad. If y'all didn't clown it so bad and listen to Scorpion, y'all would have heard the niggas address all of that shit. And it would have been like, I'll find a stand right now. Fuck it.
That's why I hear.
Mike Jackson didn't show his kids till they got about 3 or 4.
And then when he showed them, they was hanging off the balcony. He's still, but see, we don't want to talk about that.
But he still had their face covered though.
See what I'm saying?
Hey, he was talking about 42 and he was like, how much time he gets? Tick, tick, tick.
It's just, I think it's selective bullshit.
Yeah, he was going hard. He was going hard.
The most current example of that, right? Selective bullshit right now, right? Is motherfucking, look at the post that just happened yesterday or the day before. They posted Drake's line on Trippie Redd's song without talking about why the nigga even did the shit. They're like, oh, Drake just picking on. This nigga went in a group chat with 8 niggas, including Drake, threw Pusha in it just to complain to Virgil about not having his paddock doing backflips. Dog, that's weird as fuck. But niggas want to make it seem like Drake and
Kanye's a weirdo though.
Okay, then, but don't make the post seem like Drake out here nigga clout chasing Kanye. Like Drake ain't. Man, come on, bro. I don't understand where the hate comes from, dog.
Sometimes the internet does things before and out of context. So yes, sometimes the internet just be thirsty.
Yeah, that's us though. That's kind of what we talked about earlier. That's us though. That's on us. Like when you rapping and you put them lines in your rap, you doing it for a reason, but you ain't doing it for all the extra reasons that we always like. I won't say us who talking here because we keep it real, like we understand it. That's a line. Ain't no reason to blow it up like that.
It's like when we get busy and we know hip hop, and somebody be like, "Oh, I heard them shots you said in your video." I'm like, I didn't really write that for that, but if that's what you got from it, then all right, you know what I mean? Like, okay.
I think our shit in here more pure though. It ain't really like a static. Like we had some niggas that beef. We've had some pretty funny beefs over the years. Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm saying? For the most part, it'd be like it'd be cool. It'd just be some cool shit. Like niggas roast each other. Some niggas lose, some niggas don't. If the nigga pussy, he lead a group. That's what happens.
Since we're talking about we got the producer challenge coming up in the group. So if y'all don't know, we do challenges every week, man. Like so this we're gonna talk about what we're doing in the group too. So we
were doing them every week.
Yeah, we were.
I don't know what happened to him. It's been like 4 weeks since.
It's coming, man. I ain't ready anyway because I got to battle you and I got to make sure my clip is
somebody add Antonio to the conversation because He has the that's a good idea that we do, but he's fucking ruining it, dog. You see, y'all notice what happened after he worked me? Y'all see the attendance of events? Come on, bro. Y'all saw that nigga. It was 21-21, bro. It's 21-21. This nigga wants to close the poll, right? Close the poll immediately for the best battle of the tournament, bro. It is 21-20. It's 42 votes.
He gave you 6 hours, man.
I can tell 20 minutes free.
Right.
I ain't say shit. Leave him alone on this one, but trust me, I think in the next week or two we're gonna have him on. I know he wasn't talking. Say he want to defend himself.
Look, I'm gonna say why. Look, I'm gonna say how I knew it was fucking with him. He waited till the locks beat Dipset to bring it back up. Like, see, this is nigga. That has nothing to do with what was going on in real life, nigga. In real life, I was 3 rounds in with Cameron. Nigga, you worked me because he worked me the first time with Future. How do I? I'm the most entertaining contestant we have, bro. And you keep shitting on me, and the ratings drop every time. Somebody just fire that nigga.
You got top 5, man.
You brought up Future, and I told Otis I was gonna tell you earlier. You know what hit me earlier about Future? Now I don't hate Future, like, and this ain't no hate on him. I listen to his music and everything, but Future helped me when he first came out. He helped me realize something. I was in the clubs. And Future came on, and I was kicking in the clubs, and it hit me. It hit me literally this morning. It's like, damn, Future music helped me realize I was too old to be in the clubs. Because I knew I liked it, but then I didn't like it, and I was like, I don't even know if I gotta go sit down for this shit. And everybody else was turning up, and I was like, you know what, I'm too old, man. I'm gonna stay my ass out the clubs. I'm gonna go to the lounge.
It's not about age. It's about being out the loop. Look, I just posted a video. I thought I posted it in the group. I think one of the men didn't approve it though, because I had too much fun. I posted a video, right? It was in a strip club. And it was me and my niggas, and it was my nigga birthday. And Future and Uzi, that shit came on in the strip club. If you would have saw the amount of fun that everybody had in there, from bitches to everybody, that's the move for that. That's the setting. Like, we're talking that shit. Like, I don't understand. But either way it goes, you know for a fact that Future Jay-Z battle, this nigga was playing 444 tracks. Nigga, I'm smoking his boots, nigga. Y'all seen that shit. And then I just lost because the nigga name was Jay-Z. That nigga played the weakest Jay-Z list we ever heard in our life.
It's a new challenge in the group now?
Yeah. So
Producer. The second one.
Damn, another one, man?
Yeah, it's coming. The first round, me versus Mod. I'm finna take a Mod out real quick with JD.
Yeah, you used all the producers, man. I was gonna jump in there and do something, but
that's a gang of producers, man. Get an underdog, man. And see, a lot of these niggas like picking heavyweights so they can just stay around long. Like, I pick underdogs.
I pick underdogs every time.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, man.
Now the one who picks the one who picks the heavy hitters all the time is Jimmy.
and that's why that motherfucker win.
He picked Dre.
Win with Wayne against Jay-Z though.
No, but when he picked Dre, I was like, I mean, he gonna win, man. I knew he was gonna win that Dre one.
Yeah.
That was automatic.
But no, as we noticed though, it depends, bro. It depends. You niggas get cute, man. Niggas get cute. Have you been watching them? Lulu, you been watching them? Niggas get cute on their list, dog, and get smoked. I smoked DMX after he died with Cameron the week after he died.
Dog, I smoked Just Blaze with Juicy J. So you right.
But I had Juicy J. I knew Juicy J was gonna win. I knew he had some shit. See, nigga, we know music though. Juicy J got some shit. You didn't even get into his pop bag though. You didn't get to his pop bag or nothing. You still smoking.
So this producer battle gonna be wild. Is like niggas was talking about, well, can you put the R&B in there? And I was like, well, this is hip hop, so I don't think you can do. So like, if you put R&B in there, I'm gonna win it all. Like that's what it is. But
it depends if your song hit. If you play some shit, if you play some R&B shit from Losing Your Bitch, nigga, I play some shit, some fucking bitch shit, and niggas hit like this fucking bitch shit versus yo loser bitch shit, you lose.
Yeah.
So to their friends.
Look, since I hear record, we kind of talked about it earlier, but yo, what's your underrated album? Underrated album. You kind of threw out some names there. Jeremy, some of the ones we're throwing out ain't that underrated.
I got a few more.
Or is it like all albums or like current music or old music or what?
All current or old, like just what you think ain't getting slept or is getting slept on. Excuse me.
I want to say if it was an old album, I would say like I don't think none of the old albums really got slept on. They just because by this time most niggas know they're good. Like I would say Philadelphia Freeway didn't never get the love it's supposed to get by Freeway. I feel like I feel like that's one of the best albums to come out around that time. Really.
People didn't like that album though. Like I remember when it dropped, people weren't really like. They were like.
I think niggas lost. I think niggas just didn't pick up because 50 Cent was so his album was just it was so big when it I remember when In the Club dropped, bro. I remember we driving around LA. Niggas, every nigga on the corner was selling that CD. It was like that motherfucker was going ridiculous. Niggas was stacked over my LA Southwest. Just that shit was like that's the only thing niggas was thinking about.
I think also that didn't Freeway's joint come like right as
it was around that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had a couple misses. I didn't like that joint with the first 4 songs, which is absolute fire. I didn't like that joint with Nelly. The one with Snoop was all right. The one with Faith was not that great. So there's like 3 songs in a row that weren't
Snoop.
good.
You don't like the one with Snoop?
Nah.
You can get this baby. You can get this Mac in. That shit was knocking. That shit with Nelly was ass.
But like most of so from 8, the one with Benny Siegel, Life up until You Don't Know, all fire. And then he fucked it up with that dude from Chris John, Anthony Allen, that All Right. It was one of his singles. I hated that shit. The
rest
of the
like
songs,
that?
Nah, fuck no. I hated it. It's the beat mostly. The beat in the hook.
I thought that was like a summer song. Like right when I thought that was dope.
Which album we talking about? Cause I got cut off.
We talking about
Philadelphia Freeway.
Yeah, Freeway. We talking about that first one being if it's an underrated album. Nah.
I give it like I think it's like 60 to 70% of that shit is pretty dope. So about 60.
So that's not. I mean, if we really think about it,
it's solid.
I say 80.
For you,
I say 80.
It's only 60 or 70%. That's not underrated. Then it's like where it needs to be.
This is a solid one.
That's just my opinion, though.
This is a solid one.
What about that Big L, the Big Picture?
Is that underrated though?
Yeah.
That's overrated.
You think overrated?
I feel like most people talk about that album.
The Big L
with great reviews.
Big Picture, man. That's a
I don't know. Do they talk about that one or do they talk about lifestyles more?
I think the Big Picture is probably his more popular one.
I think people talk about Big L as a lyricist. They rate him as a lyricist, but we talk about his albums. I don't hear people talk about his albums.
I mean, Ebonics was the joint, like. So I mean,
but that's one song though. But I'm talking about like the album. Like I don't hear people talking like about his album.
But I think we confusing being underrated with being popular. I think we get the two mixed. Just because your shit wasn't popular don't mean it was underrated. That's like saying like Reflection. I've never heard nobody say nothing bad about Reflection Eternal, but it wasn't like on billboards and shit. And that was one of my favorite albums of all time.
Man, that's just an underground classic right there.
Yeah, it's a classic album. Like I don't feel like that's underrated in no way.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's widely recognized as a classic.
You know,
us right here, we don't know that though. Like us five, we think it's just straight what the music is, like what you can listen to. Like Reflection Eternal never had to chart nowhere. And it did probably hit the chart at some point, but like it never really like I don't think it ever reached number 1. But we all know music, so we all.
His single went crazy though. His single with High Tech went crazy though. That motherfucker got hella spin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was on.
That single went crazy. Oh, the Blast. Yeah, the Blast. Yeah.
You know what I think was underrated? I think Sci-Hi the Prince, No Dope on Sunday. That was underrated.
God, I would say that. I would say that.
I love that one.
Hey, is that the one with Food, Paper, and Scissors on there?
That's the one with that's
no,
right.
No, that's hold on, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, that's one of my. I was playing that earlier.
No Dope on Sunday.
That's it don't got that on there, but that's that side Trick Me Moving Around.
Yeah, Schoolboy. Yeah, that one right there was fine to me.
Yeah, Moving Around Schoolboy.
Yeah.
Trick Me with 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I tell you what I slept on that album, since we talking about it real quick. That Don't Know Why, featuring Jagged Edge.
That Jagged Edge, yeah.
Just because me and Jagged Edge got a little rocky relationship, from the clubs back in the day.
Man, they're better than 112, man. I don't know everybody, you know what I mean?
I don't know about that.
I like Jagged Edge better than 112.
We ain't gonna talk about R&B. We ain't gonna talk about R&B. As much as my DC, DC, we love R&B. DC got like 12 R&B.
We're not doing on Me Too today.
Nah, but look, that was a hard album though. That No Dope on Sundays was a hard album.
Yeah, that was hard, man.
Shoot.
Yeah,
I know.
What about Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back by Daz?
I never
Underrated?
I might know how to get my vote, man.
Underrated?
No.
I don't know if it's underrated or
you don't
not.
think it's underrated?
I never really heard it like that.
I never really heard it.
You gotta peep it out though, but it's not underrated. I think it's right where it needs to be. Like, listen, I'll still play. It might sound crazy. All them Daz tracks. Like I gotta remember, but that was my. Yeah, I got it in the thing. Yeah, it might sound crazy. It's going down with Corrupt. Might sound crazy, my shit. I'm out in the Bay Area, so that's him and Too Short talking about. And look, Daz is underrated when he talks about bitches. Plain and simple. Daz got some. He fit that for you. He ain't Too Short level, but when you get on a track with Short and Daz, and he hold it, man. Player partners on that. Be legit. Initiate.
I like Be Legit. Be Legit, he'll never come late.
No, Be Legit always got it for you. Initiate it. That dream of Pac and Corrupt. What else was on there?
Only
In California.
You. In California, Only You.
Only You. Yeah, I mean, there's some tracks on there. But I think
it was dope album.
I don't think it's a classic.
You underrated? No, I mean I'm not saying classic. I'm just saying underrated.
That's my fault. We throw around that word classic too much. I'll be doing it too.
Way too much.
I think it's where it needs to be.
All right, let me ask you this. Why do y'all feel like y'all throw classic around too much? If it's a classic, it's a classic.
Nah, you gotta let it marinate, man.
No, just too early.
I'm not talking about new shit. I'm talking about the shit 20 years old. You should be able to say it's a classic right now. Or if it's 10 years old, you should be able to say it's a classic.
I mean,
the problem
great
is
album.
you just call it classic because it's old.
Yeah.
No, it gotta be classic. It gotta be cool though. It ain't, nobody's calling Big Willie style a classic, bro.
No.
Real quick before we get too far away, because I wanted to tag this at the end of that NBA YoungBoy talk that you were talking about. I never listened to him. So if there were two projects that you wanted to put somebody onto him with, what would they be?
I would say NBA YoungBoy 2. What's it? Hold up. Give me a moment.
Yep.
I want you to get the exact.
Yeah, and my bad.
The nigga got like 11 albums. He got like 11 albums. So
yeah, I'm looking at this shit. He got a gang of projects on the title page.
They fired. But let me show you. Okay, look. Go to AI YoungBoy 2.
AI YoungBoy.
Put that on for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
And then let me see. All of them slap really, but I'm trying to give you I might give you the short one with Steve did the beats on that motherfucker. He fucked it. He did that shit live.
You talking about Thornton? Swift?
Yeah, Swift did. Or yeah, go to Master the Day of Judgment. Go to Master the Day of Judgment. Swift got 2 beats on that motherfucker. They both crazy. So yeah, do AI YoungBoy 2 and Master the Day of Judgment. Those are just 2 albums you can just put on here. Check it out.
They don't have that second one on title, but I'll look for it.
Master the Day of Judgment, yeah. And the song that Swift produced was Rock and Roll and Akbar. And I'm talking about he fucked them beats over. It's so crazy to hear YoungBoy on the Swift beats, but it sounds so good though. Yeah, that shit
right,
wild.
Good looking on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap into that too. I see it. You got 18 tracks. Yeah, I'm tapping into that too. I'm gonna check that out. Slime Mentality. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else wasn't bad? I think King Von would have been pretty fire too. Like
I think King Von was. You're right. I think he was gonna get better and better too.
Yeah.
Did you see how his video looked? His last video that just dropped a couple days ago for Demon. Did you see how hands-on he was in that video process and how deep the video was to go with the song?
I saw that. I peeped that video. Yeah, that's dope.
And that's a brand new artist. He's not even really a rapper yet. The nigga's really a gang member.
Yeah,
he's just coming into that into his rapping.
Yo, he was shaping up to be one of the best storytellers in hip hop.
For real.
I
That nigga's stories are visual as hell.
I think he eventually probably would have been better than Dirk, in my opinion. Like his flow is pretty sweet to me. You know,
I don't know if he could be better than Dirk because
He's
Dirk's
better.
mission is different. Like Von was telling stories. Dirk was more so like that's why I like that role he took, the voice of the streets. Like he telling stories that's needed to be heard. Like he telling you every side of this shit that niggas glorify. Every side of it, and he's living it in front of you. Like if this is not an eye opener for kids that's trying to get into some shit that they don't need to get into, I don't see what else how else you gonna reach him because he's rapping exactly what he's living as we speak, and he's giving it from a perspective of you got niggas that you love your whole life and told on you. You got niggas that when you start getting money, they backdoor you. That's the side of the shit niggas don't talk about when they glorify in street shit.
Right.
How foul it is, how I had to tell my son's friends, like there was like 5 deep. I'm like, 4 of you niggas is snitches. I just had to throw it out there. That's just the reality. You niggas is going cold if it ever go down. You know what I mean? Like for real. Like
to them boys like that, man.
I'm getting to him straight and direct, like man, because the nigga I fuck with, he the tough one. Like he the one that's tough. He played football. I feel like he can have a future, but he just hella bad. So he got all these niggas that follow behind him, and I'm telling them like these niggas gonna tell on you, dog. I promise you that. They only act tough because you here, and I promise you, if it ever get crazy, every nigga, I'm telling them in front of the niggas too. These niggas gonna tell on you, bro. And that's just the reality of life.
Rap wise, you know, they was talking about it the other day. So, you know, I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Charlemagne or something. I don't remember. But they was basically like, you get to the point. He said, you got to know when you got to become a rapper or an artist. Because you got a
rapper
choice.
or street nigga,
yeah.
But see, let me tell you this. I don't like when niggas like Charlemagne say shit like that because it's a good point to make. But the reality of it is so far-fetched. Like,
hey,
I gotta make a choice.
Though. I don't think it was Charlemagne.
I think he did say that though. I think it was Charlemagne.
Was it him?
I think he said you gotta become either a rapper or a street nigga. There ain't no in between. It was one of those niggas like that though. So, but the point is
like how you check yourself. You about to say one of the regular niggas.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like it's like think about it like this, right? Of course, on the surface, that's a good point, right? They like it seems like good advice, right? But for a nigga that's in the field, how does that work? I just made 100,000 today. A week ago, I was sharing McChickens with my niggas. What do you mean? Like it ain't no what the fuck choice can I make, nigga? We're engaged in an active war as we speak. I just happen to have more money now and more fame, but we're engaged like in an active war.
Yeah, I'm out, and your ops ain't at your neck. Like it don't work.
Hey, my nigga. Hey, I made it, man. I got a call from Universal, man. So look, it's been fun.
I'm gonna call it off.
I tell your mom I'm sorry, man. You know I did that to her son, but you know I got a deal. Like, what do you mean, nigga? Like it ain't no way around that. If you're in beef, you're in beef. Like I was telling niggas in the group months ago, there's certain shit there's no expiration date on.
Right.
With beef, you just gotta survive the streets. Like niggas don't beat the streets, you survive them motherfuckers because the beef don't never stop.
Hey,
you think Dirk wanted his big brother who just got out of prison get shot in the head in Chicago?
Yeah.
Fuck no. That's just a part of that is what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, I was just saying, like, you know, we got to realize these guys are young too, you know, and you know, a lot of people that, you know, critique, you know, guys my age, you know, Charlemagne, he's probably my age, but other guys, you know, who are, you know, doing these jobs, you know, not announcing, but like commentating on stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize these guys are what, 21? Some of these guys younger than that, right? 19.
Yeah, some niggas came in the game. Some of these niggas came in the game. Like Dirk came in the rap game at 16.
Yeah, he was young.
At 15, 16.
You know.
Damn.
Like let me say this. Like, look at the timeline, Kendrick. I was banging Dirk back when I went to Carnival about 7 years ago. And I was banging that first 300 mixtape he had dropped with this ain't what you want on there. And the nigga was like 16. At the same time, G Herbo and Bibby they had dropped some shit. And them niggas was younger than that. And I'm like, I started listening to it because it's like, I'm a grown ass nigga. I'm not really trying to listen to 15-year-old niggas rap. But I'm like, yo, the shit they saying, you can't, that's not rehearsed, dog. Like, these niggas are living my life at an accelerated pace. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was never like that at 13, like 14. Like, what these niggas was out there doing, like, they might have turned about 16 and started getting crazier. But I was never like that. You see what I'm saying? And they're going through shit that I know you're not making that up in your rap, bro. Like, I understand. Like, that's crazy to be talking about this shit at this age. Yeah. So I tuned in to the Chicago situation. That was like in the beginning of the shit after Chief Keef grew up. And it was like, they little movement. And then it was murders attached to it. And it's like, damn, this shit is really crazy. But coming from like so if you say Herb, Bibby, and Lil Durk, right? And the shit how they rap, the shit they was talking about back then compared to now, it is night and day. Just the quality of music, like Herb. That's an underrated album. Go back to our first point. Underrated album is Herb's new shit, 25. That shit go crazy, and niggas ain't talking about it.
You know what though? Like also,
what's that? What was that? I missed it earlier. So I want to hear about what was that album? Drop it for us. So everybody hear.
That G Herbo 25. He just dropped 25. It about a month ago. That motherfucker go crazy.
Okay.
I posted it in the group. Nobody said nothing.
And these guys are probably these guys are probably still younger than 25, right?
No, his name. I think he just turned 25.
Okay.
Hey, Jared.
Jared.
Yeah. I'll be missing your post in the group sometimes. And granted, I can only speak for me. I ain't gonna speak for nobody else. I'll be up at random times, but I'm also old, so I don't be up at the random times you be up at. So unless if don't nobody bump it or don't nobody hit nothing on it, sometimes when I'm scanning through, I don't scan all the way through. I might miss it.
And I don't
just feel free to tag a nigga in that shit.
Yeah,
I got you.
lately I ain't been in it too heavy either. I just been a little busy with other stuff, and then I don't know, I'm starting to find a group a little dry, so I'm glad we're doing the potluck, you know what I mean? But definitely tag me in some. I think I dropped my man West Side Gun in there because I listen to West Side Gun. I like West Side.
That was he my favorite of the group.
Yo,
I can't even care with you. That's my favorite of the group. West Side Gun.
I be telling cats, Fly Guy is
bigger than rap, bro. It's bigger than he's capable of having his own movement.
Yeah,
he's capable of having his own movement. Where keep in mind, I like Benny and I like Conway too, but they're not like West Side Gun. West Side Gun is like the silent leader, nigga. He's like the leader.
We don't hear much from him. Benny be out front. Conway kind of he don't play the background, but he out there a little bit. But see, that's why we don't hear. I don't know too much about West Side Gun because
West Side is worth more than all of them, though. West Side is worth more than
like you're not tapped into the art side of things. You're just going off bars. Tap into the arts, man. This nigga West Side Gun is that nigga different, dog. And the shit, and when he rap, nigga, he talking that shit. See, all them niggas are lyrical, right? But West Side Gun got a different style that's like he make him more. To me, he got more star power. Yeah. But the shit he talking about is way more grimier than them niggas shit they talking about. Like he tapped in on that real live gangbanging shit mixed with crack dealing. Like his shit different.
So look, I wanna ask y'all a hip hop question then, because this crossed my mind. So you got West Side Gun, Griselda in general. I saw Jimmy posted something the other day. Jimmy X, he posted something the other day, and Corey was like, "If I turn this on and it's ass, I'm turning it off." And I was listening to it, and it was definitely heavy bars. What you put? I think Jared actually put us on to Stovetop guys like those.
Stovetop, that album is that's a slept on album, dog. That nigga, he showed his ass on that album.
So I want to know how we feel about like that.
I ain't trying to see none of man's ass though.
That style of rap though, right now.
I feel like you said. What's the question? Repeat the question.
How you feel about like that style of rap coming back? Like it's almost like 40-year-old. Like for me, it reminds me of when I was a teenager in early 20s and doing what I can hear it, I can relate to it 1,000%. But also I know like I'm a little older now, so I remember. How you feel about that? The music.
I think it's really refreshing because it's more New York based. I like when music sounds like their region, and it seems like shit is starting. Like it got blurred where everybody was trying to sound like Atlanta. But now it's starting to spread out and get back to that shit. Like you got your bops though. You got your bops. You got a whole different lane of hip hop that's gonna sound melodic and shit like that. But you got that grimy New York shit up there, mixed with that little what's that shit they doing in New York right now? That little baby drill shit, like the New York version of drill shit. Yeah, they doing. Everybody got that same. See that shit. I like the Griselda shit more than I like that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Really?
I feel like that's like y'all tried to steal Chicago shit and put a little twist on it. But it's cool.
It's authentic. You like authentic shit.
Yeah, but I like it though because young niggas need turn up music too. I understand that. And if you watch their videos, them young niggas in New York be turned up to that shit. They got their own little dances. And New York has been like that. They have dances and fly shit going on since the beginning. So I respect it. But Griselda shit sound more like if we gonna talk the streets. I listen to street music and that shit sound like the streets in New York.
It's like a new age Wu-Tang or something to me, man. Like you was to cut just Wu-Tang down into a real good potent couple 3 artists, it's Griselda. Like I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, cause Fly God and like Conway, I like Conway too, you know what I mean? But I think what makes him dope is the fact that he raps with the Bell's Palsy and all that. He's still like so detailed, you know what I'm saying? I think
Fly put that up, bro.
Fly
hey, I
God
had that shit. I had that Bell's Palsy shit. Ain't
Fly
no
God
joke
is
here. Props to him for that.
Yeah. So I respect him for that. Like, you know,
this nigga rapping with half a face.
But I think the content of their music makes them. It's not old school no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like it might give you the that feel. Yeah. But their content is current. West Side Gun alone is niggas in New York back when they weren't rapping about Paris Fashion Week.
Nah.
Yo,
what's that? Hold on.
I'm saying if you want to get an old nigga into some new shit, then yeah, that's the group to do it with. Like I done turned a 50-year-old cat onto them because you know they do have that old style of rap where it's just like bars and gritty shit, but yeah, it really ain't old school.
Yeah,
exactly.
The production ain't fire. They make the beats fire. Like they just make the songs fire. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's the content. They're really putting the emphasis on being MCs, but the content is fire though. It ain't see that's the difference between Eminem and some of these niggas that these niggas want to bring up that can rap good. Like just because you a lyricist don't mean your shit you ain't talking about shit.
Right.
They're talking about shit with bars.
My only thing is I don't want them to get repetitive. You know what I mean? So like, you know, I'm kind of at some point, you know, Benny, I want to hear Benny talk a little bit more about the bricks, a little something different sometimes, you know, even though he did his thing with what's that Moment of Proof or whatever with the Hit Boy joint. He was a little, you know, did a little more content, but for the most part, like the only thing I see with them is like, you know, just being repetitive. Like, of course,
but not West Side Gun though. West Side Gun got more content than them niggas.
Yeah. He always gonna tell you what he wearing though. I mean,
you see what I'm saying? You can always get away with that. Cameron made a career of it.
When you say something like "Word to the Tiger on my Kenzo," extendo gas hanging out the window, like okay, like I didn't even know what a Kenzo sweater was, so I googled it. I want one now. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
hey, that nigga. Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, West Side Gun is like almost like the new Killer Cam, y'all. I'm telling you. Like he got that potential to have a movement. Like the way he get down is different.
Yeah.
I like how rap
they're from Buffalo. They have the whole city behind them.
Fashion too. I like how rap because like Biggie was rapping about Coogee, and everybody went and got a Coogee sweater. You know.
I thought that nigga. When I was a kid, I thought that nigga said a coochie sweater. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Somebody said he bought the bitch a coochie. That's what I said. Everybody would have bought a I don't know what the fuck was going on. I was rapping songs wrong my whole life.
Hey, I gotta bring it up because I brought it up earlier, man. Just because it's on my mind. We talked about Biggie, and Biggie's one of the most bit artists in the world. Like everybody uses Biggie lines.
Jay-Z.
That's you already know where I'm about to go, man. So look, I'm gonna tell it like this. I was like, let me peep out some new music, just get on Apple Music real quick and see what they got, what just dropped. So it was like I seen Division and who dropped? Division and Ty Dolla $ign drop, a couple of people. Yeah. Anyway, the first joint was Rod Wave. You know, he had that Heart on Fire joint. You know, I like some of his tracks. So I'll play that first track. This nigga spit Jay-Z's verse from Song Cry, word for word.
Fact. He just sang it.
Didn't do no. He was claiming that shit. Like I said, he could have made it better.
Hey, it threw me off. It threw me off. When I heard it, it threw me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I you know, I don't know how. I didn't take it like he stole his line. I think it's more like paying homage to. See, when lines hit you hard like that, that's what I'm saying. Rod Wave is a nigga that's talking. His soul fly. He's talking to your soul. When you hear lines from older artists that talk to your soul like that, I think they should be regurgitated because they hit that hard.
But look, all he had to do was like post a fake little 20-second interview at the end of it and be like, you know, when I first heard Song Cry, it really bye, and that's all he had to do to like.
No, old niggas is too critical, bro. It's like I would think the old nigga, like first of all, y'all say young niggas don't have no respect. Then a nigga raps a legend's whole line to let you know I've been listening to these niggas too. And niggas get mad, like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Like, well, come on, bro, this nigga, like, do you?
I think they just want to.
Did you listen to the song? Did you listen to the song, Jared?
Yeah, I listened to the song.
You didn't think nothing was wrong with that shit?
it threw me off. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn. He kept going. I'm thinking he gonna stop. I'm gonna do a minor too. But he kept going. I'm like, but in my head, I didn't get mad. I said, he must have really felt that verse. I respect it.
I mean, I did too.
Especially if you gotta pay
all
Hov.
did.
You pay Hov to put it on there. Like it ain't like you gotta give him writer's credit. Like now watch, nigga. Next month they're gonna say, oh, he got a ghostwriter. No, nigga, just rap this nigga's verse.
I think if you rap a whole nigga's verse, you gotta give him writing credit for that.
Yeah, facts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you do.
So he paid Hov for it.
But Jerry, here go the issue. Not everybody, like, so we always like to think everybody know rap and everybody know hip hop like we do, but not everybody do. So you got a lot of young folk out there that gonna hear that and be like, that's a hard verse. And then be like, nigga, that's J verse.
But it's gonna be out. It's gonna be on Complex, or somebody's gonna have an interview with this nigga talking about, hey, why did you some like if we caught it, niggas at magazines and media sites caught it, and they're gonna ask this nigga next time they see him, why did you use Jay-Z's verse? He's gonna give you a very good answer to where you feel bad about getting at him like what you just did. That's what's gonna happen.
No,
that's how it's
I ain't
gonna play
feel bad
out.
about it not one bit. I'm gonna stick right where I'm at because
that's how it's gonna play out. You'll be like, right, by the time Rod Wave finished Complex, you're gonna be like, that nigga did. You like, I get what he's doing. Watch. By the time he finished talking to Complex, you're like, I get that. That's
he needed to do something at the end or the beginning or somewhere in there. Be like, look, all he had to do was like a fake little interview part at the end. I'm not even trying to be critical of him. Do your thing. If you want to pay homage, pay homage. But there was nowhere in there that he was like he didn't even throw like Jay at the end of it, like say Jay's like something, any little thing. I'm gonna give him a pass if he do one thing at the end of it. Or at the beginning or somewhere.
It's gonna be a tweet come out. It's gonna be like a tweet or something come out from Jay-Z, right? That's gonna make everybody feel bad. They'll be like, "Yep." That
tweet is gonna say. That tweet's gonna say, "Y'all niggas need to stop rapping my shit."
Nah, just say that. Then y'all have reasons to go crazy. But I'm thinking Rod Wave on Rock Nation, right? Ain't he on Rock Nation?
Is he? Good question.
I don't know. I just threw that out there just for my point. I don't know. Look, I have no idea.
I still won't feel bad no kind of way because I still stand by that. He needed to do something.
I don't think he did nothing wrong. I think he just put a dope verse up there.
Jay probably won't say nothing though because Jay probably get him. All right,
cool. Jay won't say that because Jay do it too.
That's a good point.
Okay,
that's a good point.
Jay like he copied me. He's copying me.
Hey, why are y'all not smoking in the middle of this potluck? Y'all go to potlucks and don't smoke?
So look, what else we got on deck hip hop wise today?
Yo, we was talking about the celebration of hip hop.
So celebration of hip hop. I know this is what we were talking about R&B and shit with the producer battle, but you know what, man? I'm happy as hell that they just re-released that Aaliyah 1 in a Million on streaming because man, them Timbaland and Missy beats,
fire.
Stupid fire. Them niggas was coming with it back in the day.
Yeah, it was.
That shit was so different. Yeah. So I ran through that album the other day, and that shit's a classic. Just mainly because
they from Virginia, right?
Virginia, VAB.
Aaliyah, I don't think. Aaliyah.
So you got Pharrell. All these things got different ass sounds coming out that area. That's niggas should look at that.
Cause look, they came up under Teddy Riley.
But they sound is so different though. Like it got to be something with their area because they sound is completely different than anybody else.
Yeah. I mean, Pharrell from there. Yeah. There's a lot of people from there from that area that like, and you're right. They got a completely different sound. Now, I hear some of the run through on the sound because I'm being from DC. I hear so much like this. Some of the music got go-go in it. Got go-go in. How they hear the old school DC go-go song? That's Chuck Brown busting loose. Like the whole, and then Pharrell will tell you that's where he got the drums and the beat from, and that's.
Damn, I never caught that. I can hear that shit though. Now that you say that.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's just hot. How he is busting loose from Chuck Brown. But like, so I hear a lot of that influence through that. So that's my only line. But then they completely go different ways, like you're saying.
Hey, let me ask you this. Hey, Peter, you feel like Wale let y'all down?
Nah.
Or no?
Nah. I
been let Wale live, man. Let Wale live, man.
He did say he one of the greatest ever. He did just say he one of the greatest ever. Now let me stand up. Let me stand up for Wale.
Yeah, that's for Lauren, man. That's for Lauren.
I just feel like his career now. You know what he remind me of? OJ Mayo. Like a nigga that was hyped up, but he never really just, he never put the city on his back. Nigga, OJ Mayo never put USC basketball on his back.
So look, let me keep it funky with you then. When Wale first dropped, like when he first dropped, I was rocking with him.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Facts. I mean, like early mixtape Wale. He was doing a lot of stuff with UCB, one of the go-go bands in DC. They from Uptown, where I grew up. And like he was doing a lot, and he was heavy in the go-go scene. He was heavy DC, And then like before he like blew up mainstream, I stopped rocking with him a little bit because I was like, man, hold on, he sounded a little bit like he trying too hard to be DC, and I know he's from outside the city, right? Which is okay now. Which is okay now. Like,
wait, he from Baltimore? He from Baltimore?
No, he's not from Baltimore. He closer in. He from PG County.
Hey, y'all heard my accent? Y'all hear my accent though? I hit that.
Yeah, I heard Charlie.
Oh God.
I heard he's from Baltimore. We don't rock that way though.
You from Prince George?
Yeah, he's from PG. He's from Prince George County.
Oh.
So there was a moment there where I was like, I wasn't really rocking with him, and then his mainstream stuff started dropping. I was like, oh yeah, I'm back rocking with him, and I've been that way ever since. Now I don't grab every Wale album, but I don't
grab none of them. That's the problem. I don't grab none of them motherfuckers. I listen to singles. I don't know. I feel like you say, when he first came out, I thought he was live. I thought he was next up. And now at this moment, I fuck with Hefe out of DC more than this nigga.
No. You young Hefe?
Yeah, I fuck with my nigga, man.
Look, Hefe,
Switch, I'm balling. I'm so awesome. That nigga was going. He took the scene over. He took the city over to me. And in my opinion,
he's Southside too. So like, look, they had me last week. They had me in here talking bad about New York games. So I want, they ain't gonna catch me up this week. He's Southside.
What you say, baby?
Look. They already got me banned from there. I'm on probation in New York, so I got to be able to go to DC though.
Oh my God! What did you say about New York games? I want to laugh too.
Yo, we was talking
about
Tekashi 6ix9ine in that non-Trey situation. Like,
we ain't gonna rehash that. Look,
I'm gonna get out a real fact. I don't want my take on it.
Check that out in the last episode of the
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, fellas, I gotta bounce, man.
Yeah.
I gotta work out. Damn, all right, my nigga.
No. Gotta tend to the family, man.
Oh, I hear that.
Hey, man, get well, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, take your time, bro. Rest up.
Yeah, good workout.
Man, that's a nice caffeinated coffee too, man. I've been trying to
so long. What's up?
Hey, before you go, give us your album. Give us your most overrated album. You don't have all episode to think about it.
Underrated?
Underrated. Excuse me.
Underrated. I already gave y'all two.
What you going with?
I'm gonna go with the Daz one.
You going with Retaliation?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. For me.
Okay.
Underrated. Yeah.
So y'all gotta peep that Daz out then.
I never listened to that shit. I never listened to any of that.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't really listen to Daz like that.
Yeah, listen to that one. You'd be like, okay, this is, yeah.
Retaliation, I never really liked that nigga like that.
No, I mean, but he got a lot of features on there, like, a lot of cats on there.
I like him in a collective, though. I liked him with Dog Pound and shit. I never just wanted to. And then when he came back out with Cool and Dre, I thought that was active. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was super active. But
this one's almost like I wouldn't say it's like a Dog Pound album, but I mean, he got corrupt on there on a few songs, and he got just a few songs on by himself. But I mean, he's decent rapper, but the beats are beats are dope.
Which one did you say? Dazzmatazz?
No, it's Dazzmatazz.
Wait. Well, hold on. Did you say Cousin?
No, Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back.
Nah, what? Not with it.
Hey, what was the first one called? Dazzmatazz? I got him on this one. I got him not listening to him. I'm just not.
No, it's called Retaliation.
Look. His mixtape was so down.
Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back.
Yeah, I got it.
That's wild, bro. Like when we gotta take shit like this in consideration, bro. When we critiquing new niggas, we gotta take shit like this in consideration, dog. Like what? It's called Dazzmatazz.
Yeah, man.
That is
Hold
ridiculous.
on.
No,
But also,
no.
you know what?
Hey, that was from 2018. So that nigga thought that shit was fresh 3 years ago.
That's
Yeah.
current. Oh, this nigga. That's when he was in that house talking that drunk shit.
Yeah,
I want
that's
the
But
socket
look,
ass.
Yeah, that's
we're going to
what it
listen to it. I dare y'all to listen to it and
Yeah.
watch. It might slap.
I'm gonna check out that NBA
but I'm
Youngboy.
for sure gonna I'm gonna run through Dazzmatazz.
I'm gonna check out that NBA Youngboy he was talking
I
about.
never push play on that.
Yeah, check that out.
I never push play.
All right, fellas.
You know that nigga at the album
I'm
release
out.
party.
All right, brother.
All right, guys.
Yeah, man.
That's
All right.
crazy. The niggas at the album release party with a big ass sign that said Dazzmatazz. Boy, you silly.
I mean, for the niggas that showed up there, it's probably hidden. It's probably, you wasn't showing up there. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga. Hell nah. That's first off, that's not even my jurisdiction. I'm not even going. There's only so much Crippin' I'm gonna listen to.
Yeah.
You got Uncle Snoop. I got Uncle Snoop though. Uncle Snoop gonna get played, but not Dazzmatazz.
Look, you got Liz, 2018 Daz. We're gonna check it out. Hey, I actually liked his So Def joints though, too.
I did like his social love joints. I did like that.
Gangsta Crunk was all right.
I thought Corrupt was just better than he just got shermed out. Corrupt was better than all them niggas to me. He just got shermed out and started rapping about shit that didn't make sense.
And listen, people
This nigga called himself an Imperial Pterodactyl on the song, dude. That's when I knew.
Oh
that
God!
nigga
I'm like, yo, this nigga just, like he just trying to fit a gang of syllables in. Like he don't give a fuck what he's saying.
Look, so that's probably why it's probably not. It's not underrated. I was gonna go for Space Boogie, Corrupt joint. I don't think that's underrated though.
I like that.
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite albums right there.
I think my favorite Corrupt album is Streets of the Mother though. That's the hardest album he dropped to me. The Streets of the Mother.
That should be everybody's favorite Corrupt album.
No, it's not mine. Space Boogie mine.
That's crazy.
Or Space Odyssey.
But Space Odyssey was hard though. I like his brother shit too though. His brother shit was hard. Like, he had a hard ass. Remember that Roscoe that came out? Bring her to the splat. She get flipped. She a flipper. When she off liquor, hit it from the back. She get thicker. That album.
I know what you're talking about.
That was slapping. That Roscoe went hard. I think it's called California. Yeah.
Look, speaking of Roscoe, I posted that Clips album, and we already decided on it. It ain't. I was posting it like I said it was underrated, but everybody was like, it ain't underrated.
It's not underrated. Everybody slapped it when it was out.
But look, I forgot that he had Styles P and Jada on that joint. They had old boy, what's his name? I think his name was Roscoe. Roscoe P. Roscoe.
Yeah, Roscoe Dashstone.
Oh,
not
Roscoe Pico Train. Oh yeah, they had Roscoe Pico Train on that crazy ass Pharrell beat. That the realest beat is. That beat was crazy. That was a crazy ass beat.
Simple as fuck.
Yeah, it was simple beat, bro. But them simple beats was knocking because we was doing them on the lunch table though.
Yeah.
And on the lunch table, niggas gassing them motherfuckers.
Now look, I won't even lie. When Grindr first came out, I ain't like it. I was like, you don't get this Fisher Price Moscow first beat out of here.
I heard that too from older niggas. Niggas was saying that, like, that's too simple. I'm like, that is the hardest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Hey, but when I hit the club and Grinding dropped in the club for the first time, I was like, okay, never mind. This is it.
Hey, I was at a house party. I'm telling you, only 2 times this happened to me. And they were both on Pharrell beats. I was at a house party. And you know how it go when it's turned up and niggas start dancing and they bump the table and the music turn off. Like it got to the point where the music turned off and a nigga got on the door and started doing the Snoop beat that Snoop turned the whole function up off the door, and that happened on the Grinding beat. Niggas beating on the door turned the function up.
Wow.
Hey, I didn't appreciate Grinding until niggas went to the bathroom and had a freestyle session. They was using the fucking the 10 paper towel dispenser.
Paper towel drink.
Yeah.
Slap.
And I'm like, oh shit, this is actually kind of nice right here.
And it's like every time a nigga did that beat, the niggas freestyling gas every time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I lived in Miami when that joint really dropped. And,
you was hanging out.
Oh yeah, but they had that reggae remix, that island.
See, people understand island
everywhere.
Island parties and music go so hard. Like they function. I was at Carnival in Miami like 8 years ago or something, and it was just it was the biggest party I ever been in my life. It's like imagine like 20,000 strippers in like headgear, twerking nonstop and eating island food and smoking weed. It was just I just had Like, I told everybody I'm from Belize. When I go back, I'm telling everybody I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
You making me miss the 305.
Hey,
Hey,
the regular mix.
but the Miami niggas rules though. I'm telling you, I'm not going back to Miami without my niggas. I don't like how they act in the club. Niggas is real rude. Like you can't step on my shit or bump me. I'm not with that shit.
Here go. You know, I like to get these funny stories. I'm in the club. Shorty come up. This is like 2000. This is like early 2000 or maybe late 99. Early 2000.
You was in the club for the 99 and the 2000? Oh,
Yeah.
You lived a life, huh?
Look, I can tell you stories about when that joint dropped.
Yo, this nigga we need a documentary, nigga. You was in the club for that.
Yeah, they played that joint. They played Back That Ass Up 16 times in a row straight on the radio down in Miami.
Well, I know you were sweating in the club, boy.
So look, what'd you say?
I know you were sweating in that club. That's when the club was a sweat box, boy.
Oh, my mama
Hey, you used to have chicks backing it up on you all night, and the dial they denim would be on your shirt.
Nigga, I was in the joint. That was back. Look, I shouldn't even say this because you know I'm a square. I swear by I'm a square. I was the nigga in the joint with his shirt off. Like,
hey, you know who he was?
In the corner
with a drink in his hand. With a drink in his hand.
That dance hella hard, sweating like a motherfucker, dancing hard, picking the bitch up. You know, you look up like, this nigga on the floor. Get up, nigga. He on the floor on top of the bitch. You know, that's what he was doing.
He said he was in the club with his shirt off.
Guilty. I had you on the floor up in the corner. Like
I told you. I mean, I'm telling you, I know this like that.
He done turned the dance floor into the gym.
The bitch be pent up in a corner. This nigga dancing hard on the bitch. He ugly. Them bitches back then was built for a tough.
Most of the time I wasn't dancing too hard because I knew I couldn't really dance like that. Like I ain't never really learned to dance like that. I two-step, I got a little bop. So normally I'll be in the corner and let her do her thing.
You know, they got the house party. They gotta hit that wall. They gotta stand against the wall at the house party and let that girl let her do her thing. Oh God, you know that's exactly how it is.
What's the best joint in a house party? Not a strip club. What's the best rap joint you know in a house party?
I'm gonna tell you right now, which y'all not gonna agree, but it's a fact in California. You gotta put on the relatives and big braids that are like that, like this, give it up, slide like that. When that come on, it's gonna turn up every time. The relatives with B braids. Rest in peace to B braids.
Okay.
You said B braids?
And the whole function is gonna rap B braids part word for word.
Hey, B Brazy was dope as fuck, bro. If you want to talk about an underrated rapper, that nigga was dope.
Yeah, listen. I call myself up on a lot of California stuff. I don't know about that.
Nah, yeah, you gotta see that.
Oh, no, that's that super gang shit right there.
That's real gang. That's B Brazy, the homie. That's a real. But him Hawk and Spider had like that. Damu Riders banging on wax shit. They was the headliners. Okay. They was the ones. Big Y was on that too though, and Dog was on there. It was a lot of our homies still alive from that. A lot of the other side, them niggas ain't. But
Lulu, what's your joint in the house party?
Oh, man, one in the house party, man. Like you talking about one that everybody just groove to? Like
the one that turned your functions up back when y'all was really house party.
Yeah, what you playing?
Man, we didn't already mention grinding. Like, I mean,
and you can make it regional.
I got one. I got another
regional for you. That's cool.
I mean, it's a couple of them, but I want to say, I'm gonna throw this out here. Since we was talking about LA, I'm gonna throw No Hands out there.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that one is a good
everybody.
One.
I don't think you're harder than that too. I don't think you're harder than Chicken Head. Think about Chicken Head though.
Chicken Head
with Project Pack in a house party.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
What? That shit used to go dumb. Hey, Kenner, at Ricky and Miles parties when Chicken Head came on.
You said Ricky's party?
Yeah, Ricky's parties when they played that Project Pat Chicken Head. Nigga, that motherfucker go dumb.
Nigga, I don't remember that one.
Here go one that y'all might not think about, and it's the Miami in me. When that nigga drop, and you could drop that in the house party right now.
Oh, that Trina.
All the girls gonna get that Trina part. That definitely turned the joint up. While they clapping.
Like Gucci Man, Freaky Girl. That's another one.
You think? I don't know though.
What? You
I
crazy.
feel like, look, I like
Man.
the joint.
First you get a name, then you get a number. And you get some in
In the backseat. Look. I like the joint and all, but
I don't know if that's a house party banger though.
For me, it is.
Hey, we talked about Meek Mill earlier. Shit, Meek Mill house party.
Nah, I'm telling you right now, if you're gonna go to the hardest song for the club, really for any party, is Dreams and Nightmares. Yeah, hey, I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be no club you go to in America that's not gonna go crazy when they play that Meek Mill and that beat drop, nigga. And he go, hold on, wait a minute. I swear to you, I'm talking about like that is the craziest feeling you're gonna get. You don't hear everybody in there gonna be screaming the top of their lungs, word for word.
So that's the feeling. The closest you get to that is probably Swag Surf when that first dropped. Because if you were still on the floor, if you were still sitting down, something was wrong with you. If you wasn't on the couch, standing up on a couch, if you wasn't with your people, like if you still sat down when Swag Surf came on, and that's the same with Dreams and Nightmares. I feel like.
Yeah, but no, it's like Texas got so many anthems.
We fly
Texas
high
got some
too.
shit, bro. They got some young. I'm telling you right now, they got some young nation. Them young nation niggas. They shit. Them bitches are gonna go stupid anytime they play that shit. Them niggas be on and that Beat King shit. That club guys look like they got some shit that's gonna go crazy. That's gonna turn it up maximum in Texas. It's like 10 to 15 different tracks that I know for a fact is gonna go.
Old head status. When Drake was first dropping, I seen a video of him, and he hit I think he was at the he was somewhere. He was opening for Bun B, and this is Drake in the jeans. This is jean cargo short Drake. Yeah. This is in the light skin, still faded up cargo short. And he dropped Zero.
Zero got some shit.
He dropped Mo City. City. And the whole dream was crazy. And I was like, and then everybody I talked to from Texas was like, yo, you don't know Mo City. You don't know Mo City Don. Like, you can't come around the club. Yeah.
Nigga, they got, I'm telling you, Charlie Boy is like a legend out here. He got some shit. Like, there's some niggas out here they're gonna play their shit in the whole situation. The baddest bitches are gonna be there. Them bitches are gonna be pros, like real life.
So Charlie Boy I heard he's still doing things there. So he don't.
I ain't really heard no new shit. I'm just talking like it's classic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we only know like mainstream was only I Look Good.
Yeah, that's the one. Really, if it come on, niggas go, it's up. No matter what the age, it could be a 5-year-old kid. When it come on in Texas, it's up.
Balling by Dipset is a good one too. Balling, Dipset.
Yeah. Dipset, yeah. When Balling come on, Balling gonna go.
Balling, yeah.
I just had another one. Niggas like the shit on French Montana, but when Don't Stop come on, it's going crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what? I think I ain't shitting on French or nothing. I think Don't Stop cheating though. You know why?
How?
This that Miami. That 305 because he
that's that Luke.
That's Stadium music. That Uncle Luke.
That's that Luke. That's like I like
Stadium music, bro.
Waka Flocka, It's a Party. I think that one get it lit.
Yeah, but I there's something more. Look, and this is what we got getting at with hip hop, man. There's something, and that's what Jada was saying. There's something more like authentic with somebody who got good artistry, but they also keeping it like 100 about where they about. That's what, like, you asked me about Wale, and I feel like he let us down. I was like, nah. And that's also because I went through the period where I was like, well, Wale ain't from where I'm from. He from Maryland. And now, for DC, they call it DMV now, but when I was coming up, you from DC, where about? Now you from Maryland, you from Virginia. If you ain't from the city, you ain't from the city.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, but now it's cool. Now it's okay because they don't, how I go. They don't move everybody out. But like when you get a musician or artist who come in with something and they really authentic with who they at, they ain't gotta act like they from a different area. They ain't gotta do whoop-de-woo.
Yeah, see, that to me the biggest testament is for niggas to be able to bring the outside, the rest of the country into their hood. That's to me is the biggest sign of artistry. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, 100%. And that's to your point. We get away from that for a minute where everybody trying to ride the same wave. Like I know going down to Texas, I went down to Texas in '96, and I had that Don't Mess with Texas, that Lil Kiki.
Yeah.
Early, and like you could put that on. I still know Pimpin' Pins by heart.
Yeah.
You know. But I was like, that was totally different than what the New York East Coast music I was getting. But I always traveled around. I always moved around, so I like to hear everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll be on the go too. I like different music from different areas. I just like shit I can feel. Like I like music to be kind of therapeutic in a sense. You know what I mean? Like I do like turn up shit though. I do have music for moods, but the majority of shit I listen to is like street based shit. It's kind of therapeutic to a nigga. Like I like understanding what young niggas is going through because I got sons that's that age, and they like my son don't go through that shit, but their friends do though.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And I certain shit my son's friends go through, it affects them to a certain point. That's their partner. Like they don't like the fact, that like some of their partners' moms don't be on top of their school like they're supposed to. Like school to start, these niggas ain't checked in yet. Like you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, or somewhere niggas made back to school, shit ain't ready. You know what I mean? Like so, it'd be a nigga like me that come through and get a young nigga some drip so they can go to, just so you won't start off behind. Yeah. I know how it is in public schools. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't go in there. It's easy to be focused when you comfortable with yourself. If niggas is roast you the whole time, now you're on the defensive. It ain't the same.
You gotta get the work done.
Yeah, it's different. So, I be trying to do shit like that. You feel me? But
you better realize that, like that shit also make rappers. That shit make rappers for real. Cause like them niggas go like some of them. Oh, I'm gonna say it. So Wale kind of a nerd rapper, and that's cool. But he probably, he played football, so he had a pass. But I know niggas who would say, yeah, we made fun of that nigga,
But look, see, he had the same. Look. Let me tell you why I feel like a disappointment, right? Let's judge him by his talent. His talent is undeniable. The nigga he got a pen. That's crazy. Look where he can't get a nerd nigga, but a nerd fly nigga though. His drip ain't never been questioned, right? So he's a fly nigga. He's just not really a nerd nigga. He's a square nigga. But he played football. He's basically a fly-ass athlete, but he grew up in the trenches. He grew up around niggas. The same exact thing is Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar was more like that type of nigga. That's a cool nigga, but he's not from over there. He ain't a real P-Funk baby. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not like that, but he can articulate it so well that we gotta fuck with him.
You tell him like. And Wale don't do that no more.
He don't do that. He for the ladies. You see what I'm saying? You got a unique perspective. It's like Kenner. Niggas have unique perspectives that were close to the bullshit, but they weren't in it because you was able to watch it from a bird's eye view.
I mean, there's a reason
with less bias.
My favorite Wale tracks is when he's talking about DC. DC and when he's talking about. They ain't playing fair out here. When he's talking about DC, that's my favorite Wale track, hands down. You right? You right on that.
Hey, look, put it like this. Why do you think Jim Jones is like in his prime now? Like this is the best rapping Jim Jones has done in his whole career.
Yeah, you're right.
Jim Jones.
This nigga's 3 for 3 on his last 3 albums, and they all go.
Yeah, Wasted Talent was a hit. Wasted Talent.
Wasted Talent went stupid.
Yeah, Wasted Talent was a hit.
He got that one he just dropped with Larry June. That was that Larry June tape that came out about 8 months ago. That motherfucker crazy. He going crazy. I dropped like 3 videos from that album in the group. The nigga that's when I was trying to explain to niggas like what he's saying is not crazy. Like it seemed crazy if you only know Jim Jones from balling or in them early days when he said what he said talking about Conway. Yeah. Or when they was doing that. But I'm like, nigga, I've been listening to everything Griselda dropped, and I've been listening to everything Jim Jones dropped. And I'm telling you, Jim Jones is rapping. I'm not gonna say better than Conway, but I'm telling you, it's not gonna be what y'all think it's gonna be. The nigga can rap.
Jim Jones,
he can.
Yeah, Jim Jones.
Hey, he's the prime example of I cared and I wanted to work on my craft. I want to work on this shit. And Jada called him out. They called him out in the verses. He was like, "Oh, this is back before Jimmy knew how to rap. They playing tracks before Jimmy knew how to rap."
Yeah. See, and let's talk about that verses, right? That shit broke my heart. No cap.
I know it did.
I saw what happened.
Dipset to actually have a handle in that with the locks, did you? You really did.
You got to understand the versus format. That's the reason why the Locks won is because they approached it. Their strategy was better. They turned it into a battle. It wasn't battle formatted the whole entire year and a half they've been doing verses. It's been a celebration of love. It wasn't battle formatted. These niggas came out and rapped every song with they just rapped every song. Nobody else was doing that on the whole entire verse. So it's not like
Gucci didn't do that shit.
Nah, they had the vocals. They had the vocals in the background of that shit. They rapped over their vocals.
I know 40 and Too Short. I know 40 and Too Short kind of fuck with each other, but they weren't. They were rapping over their vocals too.
I don't know. I can't remember if 40 and Too Short was rapping. I think they might not have been rapping. But even in that setting, though, it wasn't a battle.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Them niggas was rapping each other's shit. It wasn't a battle like that. And the Locks won, it was smart. And I'm not mad at them for doing it. And it made me put respect on their catalog. That's a fact. And now that I look back on it, it was shit I forgot. And it wasn't like Dipset was supposed to win in a landslide the way I thought it was initially. Because after he played the songs, I'm like, these niggas got shit that shit hit different. But it's the energy they took from the crowd. They fed off the crowd. Like I watched battle rap. They won in the building so crazy. It wasn't like a regular versus. Because the songs that would have won, if you look at the songs on paper, the Dipset songs that are wins didn't win in the building because they was already just losing. They lost the performance side of it.
Yeah, you got to remember, like the Locks and them came up under P. Diddy, so they know how to be on stage.
Exactly. They know how to be on stage. They know how to do shows.
They know how to do shows.
They really still fuck with each other tougher than the Diplomats fuck with each other right now. And that translated on stage. There was a lot of other shit to where it wasn't about the song as most verses being. It was more so about the group and the performance.
Look, I got to ask y'all this though, because I've seen this on Facebook and I commented on it. Somebody had posted the old video of Jada saying he body him for a bag, right? Lyrically. Like he's like lyrically, I'll body him for a bag. He said, give me the money first. And there's a lot of people on Facebook hopping on there talking like, nah, you know, blah, blah, blah. Emma kill him on the battle side and this and that and the third. And I had to hop out there. I'll give you my opinion, but then I want y'all's. I had to hop out there and be like, nah, y'all don't understand. This man came up under Biggie. This man came up battling. That's all they were doing. He a New York rapper. That's how he got street cred. That's how he got cred. That's how he got signed a deal. Because you had to go and battle everybody. Like that's what he built for. He's built for that. Because people were making it sound like I ain't saying I don't know who's gonna win, but people make it sound like M was about to watch him because M the best battle. I said M just made a good movie about his shit. Jada and them been living that from day one.
Hey,
I've been living that battle shit from day one. What you talking about?
But I'm like this. It depends though on the setting though. If they in the studio writing this record, I still got Jada Kiss. But I know for a fact Jada gonna watch M if they standing face to face on stage. I know the energy. You understand? Battle rap energy is different. If Jada Kiss is in this nigga face barking at this nigga, you think back at that nigga like that?
Hey, y'all know how I feel about Eminem. I'm never one to hype him up, but yo, I don't know if anybody can see this motherfucker in battle. Like he came from the time of the freestyle battles over the beat, like, and he was still holding his own. That motherfucker M is, and he ain't one to be taken lightly when it comes to battles.
But I'm saying when you battle a nigga face to face, though, believability comes into play. But I'm saying but believability comes into play at this time. I'm going off his opponent. That's Jadakiss. Jadakiss' last performance lets you know alone he's not gonna play with a nigga on stage.
Check this out.
So if you get Jadakiss and Eminem on the stage with a big crowd, like a Summer Madness or something, I'm telling you, Jadakiss gonna have the momentum because he's gonna be able to bark on that nigga, and Eminem ain't gonna bark like that in front of all them niggas.
True, but M will come up with some shit that'll like fucking make you look stupid though. He'll come up with some shit that'll break your career.
But that's a hit or miss though in battle rap. It's all about. I'm telling you. We watch it all the time. Them jokey niggas, they might win.
Depending on different though. Like you more in tune with this new battle rap. I still prefer the old battle rap because rapping on beat is that extra challenge. So when you talk about battle rap, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm not really thinking of this acapella shit. But even with the acapella, that just gives M less restrictions. And we already know this motherfucker is like one of the greatest rhymers out there. He can rhyme. Yeah,
but in battle rap, you gotta like when they say talk to that nigga, you gotta talk. You know who's running battle rap right now? The face of battle rap is Geechee Gotti from Compton. You wanna know why? Because he's real talking niggas to death. The shit you talking about over there, no matter how good you rap, we don't give a fuck about it because we don't believe that you're saying. That counts in battle rap. That's what I'm talking. Especially when face to face. Now, if you got a diss record,
a lot of more things come into play. You got to be able to rock the beat, beat selection come into play, and your bars got to hit. But we've seen Jadakiss hold his own with some heavyweights in the game, and that too. So you know what I mean? Like,
so basically,
Jada was going against Beanie Siegel.
Hey,
he didn't win that. He didn't win that niggas, bro, and had some dope ass lines. And I might not sell that much, but you bet your last 2 quarters I never tell that much. That's Jadakiss.
What's up, Lulu?
I was just thinking, like, to his point, like, it's like when you watching a battle rap on Smack and you're like, man, this dude's spitting verses like how he was saying, like when you get on there and you actually in their face and you got the crowd, and yeah, that's how you win that type of battle. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Facts.
But then again, I'm thinking, like, I can't think of one bad Jadakiss verse. Like, even on wax. Like,
Jadakiss been calling himself top 5 dead or alive for years. And Eminem even put the nigga in his top 10. So, I mean, it ain't like it's far-fetched to say Jadakiss gonna win the battle.
I feel you, but I just personally, even though I don't fuck with his music, I wouldn't bet against him in a battle. That's
all right. So look, we split 1-1. Who you vote, Lulu?
Tough, man. That's tough, man. Because
you got to go back to Detroit. Remember what you're saying.
Eminem, I mean, Eminem is man. So if it's a stage battle, like on like a Smack kind of situation, I'll give it to Kiss. But if we talking about like wax or something, like overall, like if we going off just like rapping, I give it to him. But like,
hey, I'm gonna go ahead on record right now and say I'm gonna give it to Kiss on both stage and on record.
Okay.
On record?
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like M verse gonna be. I feel like niggas gonna be wild and with oohs and ahs because his delivery gonna be crazy. But when you slow it down, I don't think it's gonna hit like Jadakiss shit.
When you give M a motive to talk about, like if you really give him that direct, like, man.
Let me ask you this question: what are we basing this on as far as Eminem when it comes to
that's what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, are we basing it on Benzino?
Is we talking about a Smack thing, or is we talking about like a record?
Have you listened to it? Have you listened to his fucking the Rap Olympics battles? Did you listen to those?
The Rap Olympic battles? Nah, send me those.
That shit is old as fuck, bro. But this is the one that got him noticed. Like, he was running through them niggas, bro.
Oh, you know the ones that got Dr. Dre attention?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he rapping against other like niggas, other nobodies. He was the best of the nobody. That's what you telling me?
If you get
all right.
No. There's a couple people in that though. There's a couple people in that.
So check it. If you get Marshall Mathers Eminem, then you got a problem. If Kiss gets Marshall Mathers Eminem, like Eminem off Marshall Mathers LP, if that M shows up, Kiss is in trouble.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Serious question. Who has Eminem killed lyrically in a battle on a beat, like in battles like in the industry? Who has he done it besides Benzino? I'm waiting.
A bunch of nobodies like fucking Everlast and
okay. I think he got Britney Spears too, right?
But you gotta ask yourself,
why ain't rappers going at him? Because they shit, bro. That's a challenge.
Why are we supposed to go at this nigga? Like, he's talking about NSYNC.
But that's what I'm saying though.
I'm supposed to be a rapper out of Queensbridge, New York, right? I'm supposed to just jump into this static with Eminem and NSYNC. Come on, bro.
No, because
we don't believe that nigga. He's rapping about eyelids and boob jobs and shit, man.
That's what exactly.
You don't want no smoke with a nigga that's talking about, when I was just a little baby boy, my mama used to tell me these crazy things.
Yes, you do.
The way he rapped on that, crazy.
Yeah, listen, he has crazy shit, but that is funny you brought that up. I be laughing.
Think about choking the horse with vocal cords and the throat don't work no more.
Nah, that shit don't really pop when you rapping against real niggas, bro. Because that's
what I'm. But on wax it does though. On wax it does because the album went diamond.
No. Yeah, I'm saying. So, white boys judging the battle. If the white boy is judging the battle, then for sure you got it. The suburban kids gonna love it. He got it, but that's not the people that's not gonna be people in the Smack crowd. So it gotta be on wax. That's not Smack. Suburban kids, and you gotta base it on sales.
That's not.
But if you judging it off beef, like all the media sites gonna tell you who really won.
Hey man,
all he gonna have is sales.
Cannabis was at one of the top. Cannabis was like close to the top of his game, but he tried to go at Eminem, and Eminem just threw a little lightweight bar at him, and that shit was hard as fuck. Like, what do you say? Man,
Listen, man.
Verse, it gets worse. It gets no better than this. Amateurs drink veteran piss out of Dixie cup. If you ever mix me up or confuse me with his cannabis or Dre with a dude freak, like nigga, that shit was cold as fuck. He killed cannabis with just a tiny ass shout out.
Hey.
I don't know.
Cannabis ain't no slouch.
Niggas wasn't beefing like that either, though.
Yo,
I don't
Disaster
know.
buried cannabis though. Disaster buried cannabis. Like
So
Disaster.
Disaster was better rapper?
Boy, Disaster buried cannabis. Like
I don't know why I feel like the Disaster is so ass.
Can't stand.
I watch his rap battles.
I
I
don't think
feel
he's
like
ass.
he's
I just don't like
his battle against Cassidy. I mean, cannabis. I almost cried. Like,
Yo, that was like watching.
He's a legend, though. He is a legend. But I feel like the way about Arsenal too. I feel like Arsenal is ass. His last couple battles, he was fired though. But
Arsenal
I feel like
the
he, for the most part, is ass.
Arsenal
I'm gonna say Arsenal. I say
No,
Disaster just don't do it for me like that.
Arsenal is a monster.
Hey, look,
I think like, see, that disrespectful shit lame. Like, but his last two battles, he was fired though. He was fired in that battle against the female, and he was fired in that. I think his last three battles he might have been crazy. He might have went crazy, and he had a good showing against Geechee. I like those. I like those Arsenals. But for
I gotta catch
part,
up. I gotta catch up. I fell off from watching for the past like year and a half or so. And you know, to your point about how everybody biased about music and everything. What's funny was when I first started watching, I was like, yo, whoever the Tay-Rock dude is, that's my favorite rapper. And then I was like, oh, he from B-More? Of course. And I was like, why the nigga from my area got to be my favorite rapper on the joint? But he's speaking that language I know. He's speaking what I know.
Killer though. Tay-Rock a killer.
I like
all day.
I like.
But you see, but Daylight showed niggas his level. If you watch that Tay-Rock Tay-Rock battle, it's like, cause that's the best Tay-Rock I've seen, and he lost 3-0.
And Daylight got his pen is nice.
That nigga different, bro. I think Daylight beat Lux. I think Daylight beat Lux for real. I think Daylight beat Lux, and I think it'll be a 30.
That'll be a nice ass battle.
I think Daylight is his.
I think Daylight would do it. Yeah.
I think
Daylight pen crazy, dog. Like his pen different.
You don't know how to prepare for Daylight.
Yeah, you don't. You can't really prepare for Daylight.
That nigga's a wild card.
Yeah, he'll come out
because he talked about shit like really the best. Because I'm telling you right now, them rounds that Tay-Rock had for Daylight, they would have beat anybody else, dog. Because the rounds that Tay-Rock had was crazy. It's just Daylight rounds was like the best shit I ever heard. It seemed like to this day, I think some of the best rounds I ever heard in battle rap.
And the thing is, Daylight don't come out a lot too. All right, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'm about to
skip for sure, bro.
Hey, Lily, hold up. Here go quick one more story. You talk about video. So I went to Teen Summit, BT right around the corner from my house in Northeast DC. Back when remember Teen Summit?
Yeah.
So one of my homeboys, rest in peace, he was one of the hosts of Teen Summit. My other homeboy, he was big at, his parents was at BET. We went to Teen Summit. I got a tape and I went to go see it. And actually brought out a Cali nigga, Ahmad. Back in the day when I was young and not a kid.
Oh, that's a banger.
It was the first time he premiered that shit. I was there live at Teen Summit for the first time he played that joint.
Yeah. Wow.
That was a hit too. That's a hit.
Look, yeah, man. He was bad, man. What? That's dope.
Yeah, Ahmad and the Joneses.
Yeah. That's dope.
Hey, Bird, I'm glad you brought back Bone Up though. So would you guys go see a Bone Thugs concert?
Yeah.
Nowadays? Yeah.
I would say Wu-Tang again before I see
maybe not a concert, maybe like when they had like a little hole in the wall or something. I don't know if I'm finna just be. I don't know how they perform live.
Hey, so I got to see him at UNLV. They were cool back then, and this was like in 2003. But the homie just went. He was trying to get me to go with him last weekend, but since I seen him, I wasn't interested, and the price was too high. It's like $60. I ain't paying $60 to see Bone because I already knew what they were about. But anyways, man, this nigga was telling me like that they showed up like an hour late, and what they would do is like before they played Thug Love, they play a Tupac song. So they catching a break, playing the whole Tupac song, and then they go into Thug Love. They play the whole Biggie song. Then they went into fucking Notorious Thugs. They played the Eazy-E song. Then they went into For the Love of Money. He said that these niggas cut that shit short. They only performed for about 45 minutes, and then they ended it with, when I say good, you say night. Good. Nigga.
And they was gas. They was gas.
All right, y'all, man.
I'm gonna tell you the concert that I went to that was live.
All right, Lulu.
Hey,
All right, Lulu.
appreciate you pulling up on the potluck, Jared, man. I think you like our first guest we had on the potluck, peace, potluck, whatever you want.
Okay, you already know. I'm popping out.
Hopefully we get some steam going and this thing get to growing, man. So pretty much, man, just thank y'all for the love. See y'all next time around, man.
What's up, bro?
Top 5 out. Yeah.
Put some sleeves on. Oh shit.
Yeah. The last concert I went to that was super dope was that Bad Boy reunion tour. That shit was dumbass live.
Yeah, I ain't been in a concert in so long. I think the last J. Cole. J. Cole's the last one I was really like, but look, it was a Made in America fest. So that when Jay-Z was holding that in Philly, so I went over to Philly, and Big Daddy Kane, that nigga he was still up there. He did the splits. I was like, this nigga got to be 55, 60. He did the split and everything.
I don't want to see no rapper doing the splits, nigga. Fucking
never. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. If Big Daddy Kane did the splits out, I'm leaving. Bro. Come on, dog. Nigga didn't come here for this.
Hey man, look, he had somebody on both sides. I'm sure you can pick him back up real quick.
The fact that his legs are open like that, and he thought it was cool to do it in front of all of us rap fans, that's enough for me to get up and leave.
That's that old school back when you had to dance.
So I don't want to hear no old niggas talking about nothing that Lil Uzi and niggas do. If niggas was doing a split in the middle of their bars, nigga, I don't want to hear nothing about nobody, nigga. Like, you feel me? Like I wish I didn't know that. I wish I didn't know he could do that. That just changed my whole view of that.
Back in the day, it was a little different.
Yeah, that nigga's out of my top 10, possibly out of my list altogether.
Don't do that to BDK. He still want to smooth.
That nigga's out of there.
Shit.
Hey man, BDK still was smooth. Like he's a little bit. Like,
I thought he was the coolest nigga ever. Wasn't he on Posse on the movie Posse with Mario Van People?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought he was the coolest nigga in life growing up.
And he was at one point, but we didn't know about the splits.
Yeah, that just fucked it off for me.
Hey man,
that nigga thought it was a good idea to do the splits at his concert, dog. Hell no. Who's talking to this man?
Yo, that's that old school. Like we gonna be dancers and rappers.
Nah, you got James Brown or Cisco. Yeah, exactly. You gotta be James Brown, nigga. Like do shit like that, bro. Like James Brown.
That's how he came up.
You know who else can get away with James Brown? MC Hammer might be able to get away with it too. MC Hammer might be able to get away with it.
Nah, yeah, he could, but I don't think he ever even tried.
Yeah, because he just knew better. Like what?
Hey, MC Hammer could do a split and won't nobody say nothing to him about it.
He probably listen. I'm pretty sure he could pull it off. He was dancing in them wrestling suits that bitches wearing nowadays. He was fucking it up in those.
Hey, look,
them little wrestling suits. He was,
and everybody, y'all know this about MC Hammer, right? Y'all know like he's certified.
Yeah.
Like nobody.
I was a kid when I was a Hammer fan.
What's up?
I said I was a Hammer.
I was an MC Hammer fan, man.
It was
to the point, man. My dad. It was kind of funny because when I was around like 95. I was in 6th grade. My whole MC Hammer fandom was done because his career was pretty much done, and my dad still thought I was a fan, so he took me to the fucking Lou Rawls telethon just to see MC Hammer perform. That was the worst concert I ever been in my life, but whatever.
Hey, so I'm on the flip side. I seen MC Hammer at that big concert he had with Jodeci, Boyz II Men, and Oaktown 357 opening up for him. So I got to see Boyz II Men, Jodeci. Nobody really cared too much about Oaktown 357, but that was his all-girl rap group. And then MC Hammer, that was like, I don't know, 91, 92.
That shit sound fire.
Oh man, look, that was back when like the big pyrotechnics and the big fire shit. He had all that shit before it was like a thing on both sides of the stage, going up like in the Cap Center outside of DC.
Baby, leave it alone. I got him get it right.
I see Boyz
II Men, Jodeci, Oaktown 357, and they opened for MC Hammer.
Yo, I kind of missed that old school way of doing shows. When I seen Boyz II Men, they ended their concert with a fucking magic trick. They disappeared on us.
Come on. I went to that TDE championship tour too. That was fire.
Yo, I wanted to go to that one. I'm mad I missed that shit.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Hey, when SZA came out, SZA had besides K-Dot, she had the biggest reaction.
Word?
It was a whole gang of people there just for her. Like, if you would have seen the crowd that it was at, because it was at the Dos Equis Pavilion over here, like by Fair Park in Dallas. So it was kind of like you had like the seats, but if you get back to the grass, it kind of was like a festival kind of setting too. Niggas had blankets on the grass and everything, and standing up there. You know, it was turned like that. But in that crowd, it was like a gang, it was like emo kids. There was a gang of different. It was a super mixed crowd that was coming out for all their artists. It was kind of like really a testament to that label. Like the people that came out, you had Schoolboy did this set, they went crazy. J-Rock did this set, it went crazy. Scissors went retarded. Her shit went retarded. And then
I like SZA a lot. SZA and Teyana Taylor are my two right now, man. Like
Teyana Taylor's so different. She different. That girl talented.
Man, I love her. I love it, man. They got it going right now, man. And I like that. I never knew that. See, this is why I need to pay attention more often. I never thought about who was on TDE until you said it out loud, and I was like, oh yeah, she is on TDE. Oh yeah, like
they got a roster.
They had a hell of a lineup, bro. That was
they got a dumb lineup, bro. Like, hey, y'all chill, bro. Y'all sword fighting and shit. Nah, but TDE roster from top to bottom is crazy. It's crazy. And if you look at the stats though, the accomplishments, the awards, the sales, like they really, it's only them in QC, really.
That's what you want from a label.
QC got a lineup too.
That's why. Hey, look, that's why I love Akon. Akon was like, cool. We got some rappers. We got hey, who this Lady Gaga? Yeah. You know what? Your shit gonna be hot. Come on over here. Like he saw
talent. Well, let me get this in before we go. So I want to shout out one of the group members, Michael Ramadan Stevens. This is his clothing line, Avenue Animal. He has another one coming out, but just focus on this one. And if you want to fuck with this, then hit him up on IG, and that is at Avenue Animal 7, all spelled out with the number 7. And he also has his comic book. Hey. He sourced out the artwork, but he did the story himself. It's called Hell Fighters. It's about black heroes, bro. So be sure to support when you can, and that's on Instagram as well at Hell Fighters with the Z art, and then Rama the Artist 84. You can find them on either one of those. But yeah, man, make sure you holler at them. I just want to make it a point to promote somebody, to promote people doing in this group at least once every episode.
100%. I 100% agree with you. I'm gonna definitely check out both of the clothing line. I like to support that and the comic book because look, I came up in an era where we used to take a brown crown and draw in brown people on the Christmas cards.
Man,
make people brown, draw them in, boy. Because you couldn't. And the comics there was only a few comic books out there that looked like us. So salute to you, Michael. Appreciate it, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, always a pleasure.
My man, likewise. And shit, man, can't wait to do this again. See y'all in what, like 2 weeks, I guess?
Yeah. We lock back up in 2 weeks, and I'm sure we're gonna have some more crazy topics to talk about.